here, as today I'm going to go through our Demarini Fastpitch bat product review. So I'm going to go through the 3 main bats that we carry at Bat Club USA for our Demarini products and just let you know what I think about them, give you some recommendations, and just try to give you information so we can help you find the perfect bat. So as you come on in, our subscribers, please say hi. Always love to hear from you. If you were able to check out our Facebook Live yesterday with myself and Sean on our main page, we were talking about team chemistry. So I really hope that you all enjoyed that. And if you haven't seen it, go ahead and give it a look. Yeah, I think it's such a great tool. Let's see here. All right, hey, what's going on? So I'm not sure. I've got to double check here. All right. Perfect bat. So hey, Lance, good to see you. Just checking here, trying a new software so we can better do these Facebook Live sessions. So good to see you. Glad you could join us as usual. Hope you were able to check out our Facebook Live yesterday with Sean. So today I'm going to be doing a product review for our Demarini Fastpitch line. If there's any other lines that you all want me to do a review for, I'm doing a lot of individual product reviews. But if there's some comparison you want to see and kind of what my recommendations are, I would love to be able to do that. So please let me know. So Christina, Travis, thank you all for joining us. Donna, thanks for being with us today. Really appreciate it. So I'm going to get started here in just another minute or two. Again, as you come on in, please make sure to say hi. If you'll see it on our little crawler there down at the bottom, I've got a special today. We've been running it for a little while, but just a little bit different. But today it's 50% off any cleats we have in stock. So if you use the code down at the bottom, DCleats50, you're going to get 50% off any of the cleats that we have in stock. I love those New Balance cleats. They really are my favorite. They're super popular. They come in wide sizes if needed. So it's really exciting. Hey, Monica, thank you for joining us. This is Erik, Rico, CEO of Bat Club USA. Today we're going to be doing a Demarini review for all of their high-end fast-pitch bats. So the key main ones, and we're just going to be giving recommendations and give you some more information on each bat so we can help you really make an educated choice. So Lance, yeah, that LXT is going to be really popular. We've gotten some wind of some things coming down the pike for 2021 for their fast pitch line. That's just going to be a little bit different. And the Easton fast pitch, I'm definitely going to do a review on those because the Ghost Advanced and the dual stamp Ghost, we've gotten a lot of questions about those because a lot of people right off the bat thought they were just the same bat with a little different paint job, but they've made some interesting changes. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So with the Demarini fast pitch line, I'm going to go over 3 main bats, but I'll give you a little history of Demarini. Demarini was founded in 1989 by Ray Demarini. He was a slow pitch player that was known for just being able to hit the ball really far without being the biggest guy. So he created a bat line, the Demarini bat line, that was the first to introduce the double wall bat. In 1993, they did it for slow pitch softball. Now on the fast pitch side, Easton with the Ghost was actually the first to be able to create a multi-wall bat for fast pitch, but Demarini did that first in 1993 with this slow pitch bats. Hey Zach, thanks for joining us. Again, I'm Erik, Rico, CEO of Bat Club USA. If y'all have any questions or comments, please let me know. All right, so they introduced the first multi-wall bat in 1993. I remember that. They were very popular because holy cow, the ball just jump off of those bats. Now in 2000, Demarini was purchased by Wilson Sports. So essentially what you see now is you have all owned by one company. You have Louisville Slugger, Demarini, Wilson, ATEC, Evo Shield. I don't think I'm missing one, but they're all owned by the same parent company, although all different, which I think is really interesting. So, okay, the bats I'm going to be going over today, well, I'm going to be talking about the Prism. I'm going to go through the CF and also the Phoenix Rising. So just some key specs on these bats. First thing, certification. They are all stand for play in every organization, UTRIP, ASA, ISA, ISF, NSA, all those. So any of these Demarini bats are going to be good to go. Now, their construction, they're all multi-piece bats. So the Prism is a two-piece with a 3-fusion connection along with the CF. So that's that black plastic connector piece. And then the Phoenix Rising is a 2-piece, but it has a different connection. It uses the direct connection, and we'll talk a little bit more about how that affects the performance of the bat here in just a bit. Now, the barrel material, the Prism is a continuous fiber composite barrel. So the material is just different than the CF model, which is a Paraflex composite. And that's the material they've used for quite some time with the CF, has been very popular, very responsive. And with the Phoenix Rising, they have the new Parastock composite barrel. So this is the first year that they've released the Parastock composite barrel, and the Phoenix Rising is the first bat to use that. Now, the next thing is the walls. The Prism is Demarini's first double-walled fast pitch bat. It has the double barrel using the double barrel gap technology. The CF and the Phoenix Rising are both going to be single wall bats. Okay, sorry, give me a second here. All right, and now the drops, and I know you can't see it, so I'm trying to maneuver here a little bit. Let's see here. It is what it is. So, okay, so with the drops, with the Prism, you're going to be able to get the Prism in a drop 11, drop 10, drop 9. The CF is available in 2 drops, drop 11 and drop 10. And the Phoenix Rising comes in a drop 10, drop 9, and drop 8. Now, that's all important. And just a reminder, the drop is the difference between the length and the weight. So you have a 33-inch that weighs 23 ounces. You have a drop 10. So you'll see the weight goes up as the drop goes up. I'm sorry, as the drop goes down, technically. So, all right. So moving on. Those are the specs of each of those bats. All right. Now, so for balance, and let me try to move this screen here very quickly. Yeah, there we go. All right. This is going to be a little bit more helpful here. So now on the balance, the Phoenix Rising is going to be the end-loaded model. The Parastock composite is made to be a little bit thicker. You're going to have a more end-loaded feel to that bat. The CF in the middle is going to be the more balanced of the 3. So it's not going to be end-loaded at all. It's probably going to be closer to extremely balanced, but more in the middle. And then the Prism on the far right, this is going to be an extremely balanced bat. It's going to be a hyper-balanced bat, and we'll get into which players that fits the best, but that's going to feel the lightest out of the 3. So the Phoenix Rising is going to feel the heaviest, more end-loaded. Your CF is going to be in the middle, more balanced, and then your Prism is going to feel extremely balanced, just really, really light, which I know a lot of players do like on the bat speed, but if you're a bigger, stronger player, you like something a little bit more end-loaded, helps with your timing. All right. Moving on to the next one. All right, so vibration, feedback, sting, whatever you want to call it. Between these 3 bats, because of that 3-fusion connection piece, the Prism and the CF don't provide a lot of feedback. That's what hitters like. Some hitters like to call it feedback. Other hitters like to call it sting. So with those 2 bats, with the Prism and the CF, you're not going to get as much sting. You're not going to get as much feedback on mishits. And that's because of the 3-fusion connection piece, and you have the Paraflex composite barrel that's going to eat up a lot of any vibration that goes from the barrel and will reach the hands. Now, those 2 bats also have a lot of flex when they hit, so that's part of reducing that vibration. Now, for the Phoenix Rising provides a lot of feedback, provides a lot of vibration if you do not hit it well. Some feedback we've gotten is people are really uncomfortable using it in cold weather, just because the feedback can be pretty rough if you mishit it. So you really want to make sure that it's the right bat, but it is a stiff, even though it's a multi-piece construction, it has a really nice stiff feel that I know a lot of advanced hitters like, and a lot of hitters don't mind the vibration because they want to know if they didn't hit it well. So for vibration, you have the and feedback, the CF and the prism on the lower end, less vibration, where the Phoenix Rising is going to give you more feedback, more vibration. Okay, so now stiffness, feel, flexibility. When you feel that point of contact, it's going to be same like we had with the vibration, where your prism and your CF are going to give you more flexibility, a little extra whip there. You almost will feel the bat bending back just a little bit to then explode through. So those two models are going to give you more flexibility. The Phoenix Rising is made to be stiffer. The Phoenix Rising is made so that way there you have that stiff feel at contact, almost like you're hitting it with a metal pipe sometimes, and you can feel the bat really exploding through the ball. So now durability with the Demarini brand, and really anybody making a really hot bat, the composite bats are made to fail if they get too hot. This is the way that the governing bodies ensure that bats aren't getting too hot and then they're endangering player safety and things of that nature. So when it comes to durability, if the bats are exceeding that limit, they are made to break it. That's going to be the same with all manufacturers. But the thing you want to make sure of, and with Demarini's, historically, people have felt like there's this durability or getting a hot bat, and you can't really have the two. And they've gotten better over the years. There are a lot of things that you can do to help increase that durability. So first is, remember, you got to use it appropriately. So did you break it in? A lot of feedback we get from our members are when we see that, oh, the bat cracked after one or two swings. Well, they didn't break in the composite bat right, and they jumped right into hitting live pitches. So with composite bats, you got to break it in correctly. So that's the first thing. Make sure you break it in to increase the durability. Next thing, composite bats don't like cold weather. So if you're playing in a place where it can get a little cold, make sure you either have one of those bat warmers or you're just not using composite bat, have an alloy option available. The next thing is, did you hit dimple balls? Those cage balls are terrible for the bats. Okay, if you are using cage balls and these composite bats, it's unfortunately kind of asking for it. Like at some point, the composite bat just isn't going to be able to handle it because it's compressing and breaking down the fibers just a little too much. Hey, Josh, glad your daughter loves the prism. I mean, we've seen and heard a lot of great feedback about it. So definitely glad to hear that. So back to the durability though. With the dimple balls, avoid dimple balls at all costs. Okay, you can maybe get around it every once in a while, but those balls are so hard, they beat up your bat and turn your bat into a ticking time bomb, where one day you might catch a ball absolutely square, your daughter's going to catch a ball absolutely square, and the bat's just going to explode because of those dimple balls. So as great as they are for the machines, those dimple balls are terrible for the bats and going to decrease your durability of the bats. Now, remember, and we've seen this in particular with Demarini and people that are having issues with the durability, as you increase the drop, so you go from a drop 11 to a drop 10 to a drop 9, we've seen the durability go up just because the walls are getting a little bit thicker with the same material, bat speed slowing down just a little bit, and we see the durability increase. So take that into account, that if you are having an issue with durability, you know what, you may need something just a little bit heavier. And to this last point, this goes hand in hand. Make sure you have the right bat. If you have a ton of bat speed, so Josh's daughter has the prism, and she is generating a ton of bat speed, and now all of a sudden it breaks, and then we go again, and it's 2 months later, and it breaks again. The bat just can't handle her bat speed. It's going to happen sometimes because that bat is so balanced. You have to take that into account. So you know what? If that keeps happening, you really like that model, and if it's breaking at that level, she's probably pulling the ball perfectly fine. So you could go from the drop 11 to a drop 10, or even that drop 10 to a drop 9, because it's so balanced. So definitely take that into account. Make sure that you have the right bat, or at least when it comes to the drop, and you'll see increased durability out of it. Okay, so now between the three, what are my recommendations? Well, if you are interested in the Phoenix Rising, I'm going to recommend this first for an established player. This is a player that has been playing softball for quite some time. It's typically going to have high-level bat speed because it's an end-loaded bat. So if you have an end-loaded bat, you can get great bat speed. You're going to get better performance. Ball is going to go farther. It's just how it works because you have more force when you hit the ball. Now, I typically recommend this more for a power hitter. If you're a gap-to-gap type player, probably not the bat you're looking for. But if you're a power hitter, can really hit the ball over the fence, this could be a great bat for you. Now, you have to take into account that with this direct connection piece, it's different than your 3 fusion. It's not going to eat up as much of that vibration, as much of that feedback. So you're going to get more stings. So if you're okay with that, which a lot of hitters are, hey, that's perfectly fine. Now, that direct connection piece also, they use it a lot. Demarini uses it a lot in their slow pitch bats, and they also use it on some of their BB core bats also, which I thought was interesting. Okay, so the Phoenix Rising, we gave the recommendation there. Now, for the CF, this has been a very popular bat for quite some time. So if you've played with and you love those previous CF models, you're going to love this model, right? Not a whole lot has changed over the year. They haven't really messed too much with it, at least from the material standpoint. The 3 fusion connection piece is newer over the past few years. But if you love the previous models, you're going to love this model. Now, if you have good but not great bat speed, this is going to be a really nice model for you because you're going to get great compression. It's single wall barrel construction. Once it's broken in, it's going to compress really nicely, and you're still going to get good bat speed out of it to get better performance. So if you have good bat speed, it's not something that's too end loaded. It's not something that's going to be too light, even though it's more on the lighter side, and it's going to be a good bat for you. Now, it's also going to be a good bat, especially we see this for our younger players. And it's very popular with our younger players because you don't get as much feedback. And that's the way they've built this model over the years, where you get good bat speed, you get good pop, and you don't get a ton of feedback, which has made this bat very popular. Okay, so now for the prism is the newest of all of Demarini's fast pitch line. Again, like I said earlier, this is their introduction. This is their first double wall fast pitch bat. Even though they did initially roll out the double wall bat in 1993, this is their first fast pitch double wall bat. So with this one, if you have a player that wants more bat speed, we see this a lot with younger players or players that maybe are a little bit taller, need something a little bit lighter, but still need to generate some good bat speed. The Prism is an extremely balanced bat, has a very low compression outer and inner barrel, and really is a great bat if you need that bat speed. If the swing's just a tiny bit slow, getting a bat like this that's going to help increase not just your bat speed, but then be able to change your contact point and will help you drive the ball, that could be a great bat for that player. Now, if you like the feel of the double wall bats, it's a different feel off of the bat. So if you like the feel of those double wall bats, the Prism is it. The Prism is going to be the Demarini model for you. Now, if you don't want as much feedback, similar to the CF on mishits, it's got that 3 fusion connector piece. It's got that double barrel to eat up some vibration, so you're not going to get as much feedback on this one. Now, since it is double barrel, you get a different sound than you might be used to. So also, if you like the sound and you really like the performance of the double barrel, this Prism is going to be a great bat for you. It's going to give you that extra bat speed because of how light it feels, and it's really light swing weight. You have the multi drops available, and that's important because what we see a lot is people will say, oh, well, the Prism swings too light. Well, don't think so much about the drop on the Prism. If you really like the Prism, don't feel like you need to be stuck with a drop 10. A drop 9 could be perfectly fine for you. Or if you're swinging a drop 11, a drop 10 could be perfectly fine and match a drop 11 of another model. just because of the way that the bat is balanced. So you definitely want to take that into account with the prism. But again, it's so well balanced, you're going to get great bat speed. I actually, some of the negative feedback I've heard of it is some hitters just feel like it's too light. So just think about that when you're thinking about the prism. It's going to feel light. It's going to help you generate bat speed. It's got the double walls, so you can take advantage of two barrels, pushing the ball out, getting a better trampoline effect. Been very popular. So, all right, that is my product review for the Demarini Fastpitch line. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you have any other things you want me to review, you want me to compare some bats for you, things like that, please make sure to let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll go through and put together the video, or we'll make it one of our Facebook live sessions specifically for our members over the next few weeks. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can go to youtube.com and search Bat Club USA and subscribe there. We're posting a lot of content. We're posting our Facebook live sessions. We're posting product reviews. I mean, I'm really trying to add a ton of content there. So please make sure to go and subscribe. Check out our commercials too. I like them. The dude with the mustache is pretty funny. Then the next thing is make sure to check out our mental skills content with Sean. We did a Facebook Live yesterday, but he's such a great resource. You know, he started the company Adapt, but he works with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He is their assistant field coordinator for their minor league system. So he works closely with a lot of up-and-coming players, and it's really an awesome value add for our members. So when you get a chance, make sure to check out Sean's content. Check out our Facebook Lives, your Motivational Mondays. You know, I'd definitely love to hear what you think about those videos and the blogs that we're posting. And then lastly, if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram. You can follow us at Bat Club USA. And you know, we're posting a lot of deals, a lot of things there. So we're really excited about that. So Lance, I see what you got there. We got the LXT new models. So bringing back returning customer discounts, definitely something we're thinking about, because we've got a few things in the works here. So we'll definitely take that feedback there. But all right, guys. So when you get a chance, you know, please make sure to like this, comment, share if you can. You know, we definitely appreciate that. If you know any Bat Club USA members, you know, please make sure you let them know to subscribe to the group here for the additional content. Again, down at the bottom, hey, we've got the code for 50% off any cleats we have in stock. We got some great New Balance there. So I hope, again, you all enjoyed it, and have a great day.